All right, today we're tackling one of the biggest questions, maybe the biggest question for any parent out there. How do we actually give our kids that deep, real, lasting self-confidence?
I mean, seriously, this is the thing, isn't it? In a world that's constantly throwing curveballs, how do we make sure our kids have this solid foundation, this unshakable belief in themselves?
Well, while both parents are obviously super important, some really fascinating new research is starting to shine a huge spotlight on the unique and frankly powerful role a father can play in this.
So what does that actually mean? What does it look like day to day? Let's dive in and break down what this research is telling us about the father's key role in building up that confidence.
And this quote right here, this is really the core idea we're exploring. We're not talking about a small part to play. We're talking about a truly foundational one. So let's unpack what this actually means. And this gets right to the heart of it. Just being in the same room, that's step one. But the real magic, the stuff that makes a difference, is all about the quality of that presence. So what does that look like? Well, we're going to break it down into 3 key principles.
Okay, our first principle. This is the absolute bedrock of everything else, what the research calls a warm presence. Let's take a closer look at what that involves.
Yeah, this isn't about just kind of watching them from the couch. We're talking about genuine warmth, giving them your focused attention so they actually feel seen. And yeah, getting right down on the floor and engaging in some active, fun play.
Now, here's what's so cool about this. Those actions, they translate directly into how a child feels inside. That warmth and attention makes them feel secure. Being played with, being listened to, that makes them feel competent. And all of that builds this deep down sense of being capable of handling whatever comes their way.
So once we've got that foundation of warmth, we can move on to the second pillar. And this is an area where fathers, in particular, can have a really unique impact. It's all about what we call challenging play. You know what I'm talking about? A little roughhousing, trying to build a fort that's a bit more ambitious, or working on a puzzle that's just a little bit tricky. This kind of play pushes their limits, but it does it in a safe space. It's basically giving them permission to try, to fail, to experiment, and in the end, to figure things out on their own.
Oh, and this slide is huge, because a massive part of that challenging play is how we talk about it. If you only praise the result, you won, or you got an A, you're accidentally teaching them that their worth is all about success. But if you praise the effort, saying something like, wow, I love how hard you worked on that, you're teaching them their value is in the trying, in the perseverance.
And that's the whole ball game right there. When you praise their effort, you're literally helping to build an inner voice for them that says, I can do this. It stops being about winning or losing in that moment, and it becomes about building this lifelong belief that they've got what it takes to try.
Okay, that brings us to our third pillar. And honestly, this might be the most powerful one of all. This isn't about playing games. It's about what we're modeling every single day. It's about being a model of calmness and emotion.
Let's be real. Our kids are watching us all the time. So when a father hits a snag, maybe he gets a flat tire or a project at home is super frustrating, and he responds with calm, with a problem-solving vibe. He's literally handing his child a compass for how to navigate their own storms.
And the results of that modeling are just profound. They're not just learning what to do, they're learning how to be. By watching their dad, they soak up this ability to face hard things without falling apart and to stay confident even when the pressure is on. So, you take that warm presence, you add in the challenging play, and you top it off with emotional modeling. What do you get when you put it all together? You get the thing we've been aiming for all along: stable self-confidence.
And our source material wraps all of this up into one really powerful idea: conscious presence. See, it's not just about being physically present. It's being there with intention, bringing that warmth, that encouragement, and that emotional stability to the table.
And this right here boils it all down to one simple, perfect formula. This is the big takeaway: a father's active, conscious presence. That's the input. And the output? A child's stable, resilient self-confidence. It's a direct connection.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this question. It's not just about thinking about these ideas, it's about putting them into action. Maybe it's 5 minutes of totally focused playtime, or praising the effort instead of the result on homework, or just taking one deep breath when you feel frustrated. Which one of these can you intentionally practice today?